Hello everyone, I've been working on an idea for a new series and here's the first installment. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know in the comments. Out in the depths of space, the Black Hole Planet 3 aliens ally with the Exilians to conquer Earth in an attempt to rule the galaxy. They decide to pair Mechagodzilla and King Ghidorah together to destroy cities across the globe. Finished with their preparations, the aliens launch their assault. UFOs lift into the air and Mechagodzilla and King Ghidorah begin their journey to Earth. Meanwhile, back on Earth, Godzilla has awoken after a few months' slumber. After destroying a nuclear submarine and absorbing its energy, Godzilla rises out of Tokyo Bay. Godzilla wreaks havoc and obliterates the military. He rampages throughout the financial district. Godzilla causes quite a bit of damage, however the Super X arrives. The two engage and Godzilla is successfully pushed back to sea by the Super X. A Mothra larva that recently hatched on Infinite Island heads out to find more food. On its journey, Mothra gets close to Japan. The JSDF engage the larva, but that only draws it closer to Tokyo. Mothra wades through the city, crushing everything in her path. After destroying countless buildings, Mothra starts to spray her silk and sets up her cocoon. King Ghidorah and Mechagodzilla arrive. King Ghidorah heads to the west and Mechagodzilla heads to the east. King Ghidorah arrives in New York City and begins firing his gravity beams, destroying the skyscrapers with ease. UFOs appear in the distance and easily take out the military as King Ghidorah begins his rampage. Mechagodzilla arrives near Mothra's cocoon in Yokohama. He begins obliterating the surrounding area as the UFOs look on in glee. The alien leaders on the mothership observing the assault decide to contact the leaders of the world to give their demands. The alien leaders inform them that the Earth's military will be no match for King Ghidorah and Mechagodzilla. They inform the world leaders that Earth is now under their control and demand humanity give up and surrender. The aliens go on to explain that the monsters will destroy every city across the world. Then Earth will be rebuilt in the aliens' image. Earth will become a new and better civilization, and those who resist won't be spared. The world leaders are given 72 hours of mayhem to decide. The aliens hang up and laugh. After destroying New York City, King Ghidorah moves towards Washington, D.C. Mechagodzilla gets closer to Mothra's cocoon, which has begun to hatch. The surrounding military briefly rejoices as a new Mothra arises from her cocoon. Mothra confidently spreads out her wings. The Prime Minister orders the Super X back out immediately to assist Mothra against Mechagodzilla. Mothra senses Mechagodzilla and flies off to fight him. The two engage. Mechagodzilla fires his space beam attack. Mothra dodges it. The two go back and forth, but Mothra successfully pushes Mechagodzilla back towards the bay. After obliterating Washington, D.C., King Ghidorah and the rest of the fleet are directed to Tokyo to destroy Mothra. Meanwhile, Godzilla reappears in Tokyo. He sees Mothra and sets his sights on her. After making his way through the city, Godzilla fires his atomic breath at Mothra. She dodges it and Mechagodzilla fires his beam at Godzilla. Enraged, Godzilla fires his atomic breath at Mechagodzilla. Mothra attacks Mechagodzilla. Godzilla pushes him down to the ground. He turns to fight Mothra. UFOs begin firing at Godzilla, but he obliterates them easily. King Ghidorah arrives and rains down his gravity beams. Buildings explode instantly. After getting hit, Godzilla gets angry and fires his atomic breath at King Ghidorah. Mothra, Godzilla, and King Ghidorah engage. Mechagodzilla slowly rises back up. Mechagodzilla fires his finger missiles and pushes Godzilla and Mothra back. Godzilla looks at Mothra. Mothra looks at Godzilla. Godzilla begrudgingly agrees to work with Mothra. Mothra uses her scales attack on King Ghidorah. Godzilla fires his atomic breath, but it locks with Mechagodzilla's space beam attack. King Ghidorah falls to the ground. Godzilla and Mechagodzilla both fall back. The Super X finally arrives as Godzilla slowly rises back up. Mechagodzilla and King Ghidorah regain themselves, and Mothra flies closer to Godzilla to give him cover. King Ghidorah fires his gravity beams, hurting Mothra. Godzilla fires his atomic breath at King Ghidorah, knocking him from the sky. Mechagodzilla closes in on Godzilla, but the Super X fires a flare and Mechagodzilla gets distracted. With Mechagodzilla close to the water, Godzilla closes in and pushes Mechagodzilla into the bay. Mechagodzilla starts to fritz out. Godzilla fires his atomic breath a few times. The aliens look on in terror as Mechagodzilla explodes. Godzilla fires his atomic breath at the surrounding UFOs. King Ghidorah fires his gravity beam, causing a building to fall and crushes Mothra's wing. Godzilla returns to help Mothra. The Super X attacks King Ghidorah, firing missiles and its lasers. Unfortunately, the Super X barely does any damage. King Ghidorah fires his gravity beams, damaging the Super X. Godzilla arrives and is tossed back by King Ghidorah's gravity beams. Godzilla roars out in agony. Godzilla regains himself and knocks King Ghidorah out of the sky before he could reach him with his atomic breath. Godzilla then fires his breath again, breaking up the building that fell on top of Mothra's wing. UFOs begin firing at Godzilla and Mothra. Godzilla fires his atomic breath again. More UFOs explode, causing the aliens to start to lose control of King Ghidorah. King Ghidorah starts to go crazy and fires his gravity beams everywhere. Godzilla obliterates some more UFOs. King Ghidorah unleashes his hurricane winds, pushing the Super X away from the battleground. The aliens start to lose control over King Ghidorah and calculate it's better to retreat rather than lose total control over King Ghidorah. They have King Ghidorah re-engage Godzilla and Mothra one last time as they prepare to retreat. From the downed Super X, the crew watches through the rubble as Godzilla and Mothra take on King Ghidorah and begin to pummel him. Mothra uses her scales and Godzilla fires his atomic breath. King Ghidorah manages to break away and lifts off to get some distance. In the air, King Ghidorah fights back. He flies over Godzilla and Mothra and fires his gravity beams. Godzilla and Mothra get knocked down to the ground as King Ghidorah flees back into space. The aliens call him back to retreat, for now. The aliens consider using their cyborg kaiju Mecha King Ghidorah along with a squadron of Mecha Godzillas in their next wave of attack. King Ghidorah is sent to heal on the newly built alien base on the moon, which is also being used as a staging ground for the aliens' next assault on Earth. From the moon base, the Exilian leader demands Space Godzilla be sent to deal with Earth instead of wasting time with another wave of attack. The Black Hole Planet 3 leader reminds him that if Space Godzilla somehow gets out of their control, their plot to rule the galaxy will be ruined. Space Godzilla has the power to destroy an entire solar system in a matter of days. Realizing this would end both alien empires, the Exilian leader agrees to hold off. For now, that is. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm planning on expanding this series out to include follow-up entries as well as original stories. See you in the next one, G-fans!